Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Sunless Sea, where maybe this time around we'll be able to make some sort of progress. We'll see though. So, we have our third captain now, and well, let's continue. Let's finish the captain's making first, I guess. I did notice, and I'm not sure if I noticed last time, that the Labyrinth of Tigers is still around, so maybe that's just something that unlocks. I don't know, maybe there are things that just unlock after a certain number of dead captains, basically, as a kind of meta progress, or maybe it's just random, who knows. Anyway, we choose a past. Okay. Ordained priest, philosopher, mirrors. I kind of did like this idea, and obviously we didn't really get anywhere with this. Hearts. That being said, sometimes helps with tests around terror. Right, so it doesn't really directly affect terror buildup or anything. Or at least it doesn't mention that. Otherwise I would have said, yeah, maybe go with that one. We might need it. Or should I just go with a different one, just for the sake of variety? Well, obviously I still don't know any meta strategies, so... No, let's just go with Natural Philosopher again. In fact, let's just... Oh, okay. No, that did give me a chance to confirm that apparently... Well, it's not completely confirmed, but it definitely points toward that being the case. That each background you choose will give you one of the... not corresponding, interestingly. Or is it? Well, no, I suppose these free starting officers only give you very tiny bonuses anyway. You can't really say that this one is specialized in anything. And I mean, he doesn't give any bonus to mirrors, so there's that. So obviously it doesn't seem necessarily connected to your chosen starting attribute. If anything, it seems to maybe complement it a little bit by giving you bonuses, you know, albeit very small bonuses to some other stats. Anyway, but yeah, it's the same one as last time anyway. That's one thing I was wondering about, of course. 20 echoes, 25 mirrors, the plausible surgeon, which got equipped automatically. I guess that was the case before. Someone's looking for passage. We'll see who that is this time around. Now, I have been going with Father's Bones because while I am interested in this, I guess it's maybe the most mundane, the most achievable of the goals. Well, at least it seems that way. But supposedly... Apparently, immortality, I mean, needless to say, I guess, that sounds super intriguing. Also, it's apparently the one ending that requires the DLC content, because it's, yeah, well, that's literally the requirement for it. So I guess it makes sense that this would be maybe a more involved and more interesting one, because it was added later. And, well, I was told that it's supposed to be particularly interesting, and, you know, I agree that it absolutely sounds that way. Of course, so far, I haven't made literally any progress towards anything at all. Not let alone an actual ending to the game. So, you know, if it almost feels like it doesn't matter what I pick here. But, of course, the idea is technically that I'm eventually going to, I don't know, figure things out or get luckier or, I don't know, and actually make some progress. And, you know, might as well go for something actually, you know, particularly worth seeing if I'm... most likely only going to do one full playthrough, right? Eventually. If that. I mean, I'll be honest, so far, I'm not feeling particularly optimistic. I mean, I know the game is beatable, obviously, people do it. But I feel like if things are going to continue the way they have been continuing, I'm going to see some interesting stuff, but I don't see myself winning the game anytime soon, you know? And, I don't know. It's just, it has been a little bit disheartening. I'm not gonna lie. But we'll see. Maybe things are gonna start looking up. I definitely know a couple of things to avoid, like picking fights with Lifebergs, for example. I think that's the point where things really went south, and my decision to just continue going instead of just reloading after that point. Yeah, that alone was recoverable, but then I also got kind of reckless because I felt like I couldn't really recover, and thus, you know, just pretty much, well, I mean, I also didn't make any money. That didn't help, right? So I didn't actually see any immediate way to recover from that extreme loss. So that certainly didn't help. But yeah, that's pretty much the one big point where everything went south. And well, I then started going south and encountered many more dangers down there than I was ready for, obviously. Like, literally every enemy I came across on the way south was completely out of my league. So, yeah, not sure about that one. But yeah, definitely don't pick fights with things you can't defeat and things that will just kick your ass, basically. That's definitely one thing. Anyway, let's go with immortality, sure. Eternal life sounds like something you'd enjoy, and it's said that the presbyter, the ruler of the Elder Continent, has lived forever. Right, tall tales. The presbyterate guards its secrets fiercely, but amidst the clamor and beer stains of the blind helmsman at Salt-Scarred, a salt-scarred navigator is telling tales of the continent's deepest interior, of a city called Nida, and the origin of the presbyter's long life. Where is he getting this information? Bring wine. He's susceptible to wine. Okay. You'll find the navigator and your first clue in London. Well, and apparently, obviously, since this... well, maybe not obviously, but I am definitely expecting this quest to involve needing a submarine, because, well, it requires the DLC, so it would make sense. So, you know, if I wasn't interested in checking out that part of the game anyway, I guess pursuing this quest is going to force me to do that. So that's an additional bonus, I guess. Anyway, your objective, ambition, quality is now liberate the secret of immortality. Right. We are going to... Are we just gonna be Ayali II? I guess so. My lady? Perhaps you really do come from a noble family. Who knew? Who knew? Who's to know? Let's go with my lady this time around. A pleasure to welcome you on board, my lady. A last piece of advice, explore, take chances. Yeah, this captain will probably die. Yeah, you know, the thing is, at some point you gotta have your captain not die, right? So, I don't know, maybe it's just way too early for me to expect that to happen, but then again, I have been playing the game for, what, 10 hours at this point? I don't know, maybe that's a bit... I think that's what Steam says, so that's probably including a bunch of idle time, but I mean, this is episode 8, and each of them has been around an hour, sometimes more. So yeah, maybe not 10 hours of real playtime, but I mean, it feels like I've been playing for a lot. Obviously, much of that is me sitting around and talking just like this, and just playing off camera. I would be doing a lot more and probably burning through a lot more captains and not really worrying as much about it. So I don't know. Maybe it's just not a great choice of game for a Let's Play. It's that might just be it. Not every game is equally well suited. I would like to show off more of it, but, you know, if it involves just going through dozens and dozens of captains and repeating the same things over and over, yeah, that's just not great. I wouldn't really mind doing that off camera as much, but, you know, for a Let's Play, it feels weird. Anyway, I'm going to try not to worry too much about that, and I'm going to keep going for a while, and we'll see if maybe I'll make some sort of progress and see some light at the end of the tunnel. This time around. Anyway, address this quality is not lady, yes. Okay, we're gonna be... Yeah, I don't know. Lady. This looks like a lady, right? Ayali the Second. Lady Lady Ayali the Second, there we go. Okay, advice for captains, right. On endings and beginnings. Captains often die, yes, on exploration. Exploration is the heart of the game, risk brings reward. I mean, the game claims that. So far, I've seen a lot of risk and very little reward for it. Staying close to London is safe, but eventually you'll run out of fuel and supplies. Exploring, yeah, I mean, the same thing happens when you move far away from London, though. Again, maybe I've just been getting particularly unlucky, or I don't know. Exploring and playing port stories will allow you to find secrets and echoes, right. On Mercy, yes. Unforgiving mode is how the game is meant to be played, the game claims. One autosave updated whenever you reach a port. Yeah, well... I mean, normally I trust the game when, you know, in choosing normal difficulty, which is typically described as, you know, the way the game is meant to be experienced, at least for the first time. And so I was just taking this very literally, but yeah, again, definitely in the context of a Let's Play, probably not the ideal way to start. On machines, allows you to find Z marks. Wait, you can find Z marks without your lamp though, right? Z marks are just those floating lights. Your engine, of course, drive the ship forward into the night. Finding places to explore, Z-Bat. Yeah, I've hardly been doing that, but then again, well, I don't know. I guess it has pointed me towards some island occasionally, and I might make use of it to find that, I want to say Mutton Island that I found on my first playthrough, on my first captain, but not on the second one. That must be somewhere in the places that I've been, that I've sailed through last time. I just missed it this time around on fighting. Yes. Stories. Yep. Terror. I know that all too well. Right. New stories. Key of Dreams. You can download them from the main menu. I think last time I started the game it said there are no new stories available. So maybe they were just all added with the recent, to be included with the recent patch. I don't know. Sell this book. Let's actually go ahead and do that right now. Right. Passenger. Agree to carry the unsettled salvager to Vanderbite. Hey, it's something I can actually do. It's a place that I know where it is. She embraces you. Oh, I think this might be the same one we got the first time around. Is that right? Maybe. Unsettled salvager. The name doesn't ring a bell, but I want to say that our first passenger was also to Vanderbite. I'd kiss you, my lady, but my beloved is prone to jealousy. We were parted, but the ancient captains at Vanderbite will know where she is. Yes, okay. And then she's looking for the lady, not us, another lady. Right, okay. Ambition. Death hath no more dominion. The Blind Helmsman is a wolf-stack institution. A centuries-old pub held together by a crust of fry smoke and the nautical mementos nailed to the walls. When you enter, the salt-scarred navigator is already in full flow. A city deep in the interior. Nida, it's called. There, they decide the span of every life. My God. Okay. Oh, I actually need mushroom wine. A whole cask of it, too. Okay. Well, perhaps not right now. I could have bought mushroom wine in Port Carnelian, I want to say, where I technically could go in a more or less straight line. I mean, I haven't checked yet. Okay, I can't check until I close the book here, but I should have the map that I uncovered last time, right? So that should help, although I guess I would find the major places that I visited even without the map, but, you know, it's still nice to have, and we can maybe work on filling in some of the blanks this time around. I suppose the plan for starting out is still to visit all the ports, basically all the cities, all the places that I've been to that are on my map, maybe including Mutton Island if I can find it, and, you know, getting all the port reports and avoiding every combat, unless maybe with minor crabs. Definitely avoid bats; those suck, and no pun intended, and hardly give you anything. I don't know. I mean, I suppose I can always, I will save in every port, of course, so long as the journey didn't cost me anything, you know, any more than just a little bit of fuel and supplies, which is of course expected. And yeah, I'll basically try to maybe visit all the places I've been to, get all the port reports, and maybe some of the, you know, more exotic locations are gonna actually pay a bit more decently, so that when I return to London, I'll actually get a little bit more out of it, maybe enough to, well, hire the next officer that I'll hopefully be offered, and well, whatever else that might be. What's the cheapest weapon upgrade, for example? Iron and Misery. Those give you machines. Elderly steeple engine. Wait, isn't that what we have? What do we have? Okay, hold, start. Yes, we have exactly that. Okay, so that wouldn't be an upgrade, obviously. Leadbeater is standard reconditioned frigate surplus deck gun Mark II. What a name. Hull damage +8, life damage +8. And what do they sell here? Where's an optical? What is this? Oh, lamps. Of course. Mirrors +1, mirrors +3. Okay. They sell engines here. Secure department as well. And the next better one is 500. Yeah. Okay. Bandersnatch. It's a monster. Oh, okay. That's 600. Retta's Faber Assistant. Quicker repairs. Right, and this too. I mean, they're definitely ordered by price. So I'm guessing they're also ordered by power. But yeah, even the first one here for 600 is obviously a lot more damage. 34 and, yeah, 34 for both. And 4 crew damage. Obviously, that's multiple times the starting weapon. Oh. That being said, this is much... Oh, wait. This costs torpedoes. Costs 1 torpedo component per use. Okay, I see. Wait, is this... Ah, okay. Wait, but is this also... This doesn't consume a torpedo. So that's just a normal gun? I think? I suppose so. Okay. Yeah, but even then, these are also only 900. Both. 4 seconds warm-up time. 2 seconds warm-up time. Please, would you show me the whole thumbnail? Is that too much to ask? Thank you. 20 and 28. Oh, stagger amount 2 seconds and 4 seconds warm-up. Right, okay. Compared to this, what we have. Okay, warm-up time 4 seconds. Yeah, so those would be definite upgrades for 900. Or we could get this one. And that's also a torpedo. I wish that was a little bit clearer just from the picture, or, you know. But of course, it does mention when it needs a torpedo component. And then there are so many more options. This thing. Wait, that's also only 600. Wait, some of these are really cheap. Actually, most of these are relatively cheap. Okay, so weapon upgrades are definitely affordable. I guess I hadn't really been paying much attention to that. But even this is just 50% better for only 200. Right. Okay, so that's definitely something to maybe consider. For 300, no, that's a torpedo. Okay, but this one is, yeah, also 300. Also 6 seconds stagger amount, but it does take longer to fire as well. Right, but then there's also this one. Wait. Same damage? But less warm-up time? Unless... The Majesty is the only front-mounted pure cannon. Others are torpedoes or flensing weapons. Forward weapon. Ah, right. Aft weapon, forward weapon. Oh god. So we currently have a deck weapon? Yeah, that's a deck weapon. Okay, so we don't have a forward compartment at all. That's another thing. I see. So we could get this one, which is just a straight upgrade. 50% more damage, same warm-up time. It's also a deck weapon. Okay. Right, forward, aft, forward, deck. Is that color-coded? No, it's not. Oh, okay. So you just have to pay attention to all the variables. So for 500, we could get the better one. Just not that much better. It's only 15 for the same warm-up time. This is forward again. Huh. Okay, well, anyway, this first upgrade, this one, whichever one it was, this one, definitely something we might potentially be able to upgrade to when we return with some valuable reports. Because, I mean, that's... Apart from maybe actually doing some you know, buying and selling of wares, which the game actively discourages you from doing. But yeah, apart from that... Oh, we could actually buy mushroom wine right here. I mean, since that's required to start off our main quest, I guess I kind of have to, right? So that means we can basically buy one ration less. Well, in fact, it probably means that we can buy less than that because, yeah, because of the one extra echo. But oh well. Yeah, that seems like something I should probably do, though. Right. Could even... In fact... Oh, never mind. They buy all kinds of things here. But... only sell so many. Okay. Anyway. What was I talking about? I don't know. Fuel there. Let's take a look at potential officers, perhaps? University can't do that yet. Can't carouse. Because we don't have a free evening. Hire on more crew. There we go. Rich pickings. Okay. Succeeded in the Hearts challenge. Wait. That's not... Oh. Wait. 11? You can't... I guess I should have read. I thought that was just... That would just lead to picking between available officers. I guess not. Well, at least now I have a full crew for the first time, for what it's worth. In fact, it's kind of annoying that that you get one more. It even tells you that you have 11, but my current ship can't hold that many. So I wonder if I would upgrade to a ship with more crew capacity, would I actually have 11, or did that one extra crew member just get lost? Well, starting out making mistakes again. Oh well. Sensible sailors are looking for a safe run to the tomb colonies, or at least a sane run to the southern archipelago. Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to make a relatively safe run to the tomb colonies, for what it's worth. The southern archipelago, I'm not sure how safe that's going to be. You'll need to buy drinks, spread around hiring fees, look for daredevils. Well, I mean, this is much cheaper, of course, than buying 3 crew members. It's even cheaper than buying 2 crew members regularly, right? I think individually they used to be 30 per 30 a piece, 30 a person. So yeah, this is still a good deal, and a full crew is probably a good idea. Okay, anyway. The Gallivanter, I mean, yeah, I guess it's free, right? And maybe slightly better than the Ferret. Cool. London. Well, I suppose we can do this now, so might as well. Coax tales of immortality from him. Nida's walls are basalt, but within them it's as close to paradise as man can make. 1,000 fountains, the streets paved with gem slabs, and the air sweet with honeysuckle and orange groves. How does he know? Has he been there? Or is he just making it all up? Straight from the source. 1 bottle and he loosens his waistcoat. A second and he loosens his tongue. No, I've never been to Nida. Not in the flesh, at least. He leans close. But I once tasted red honey, and the memories of a man who had. I once saw fragments, an army at the walls, a breach, a rallying cry. Liberty, liberty, equality, eternity. A 3rd bottle. Where could you taste these memories for yourself? Go to the Isle of Cats. Yes, okay. Talk to the cat's chiefest claw. Ask about the far-traveled notary. But if you're wise, you'll do like me. Use what you learn to get free drinks, immortalities for gods and monsters. Okay. Ask about the far-traveled notary, but if you're wise, you'll do like me. Use what you learn to get free drinks. Rather than actually pursuing immortality? Well, we'll see about that. Okay. Well, of course I knew about the red honey dens on the Isle of Cats, and I even know where it is. But, well, I suppose I still needed to take this first step. Okay, what else can we do? Hire on more crew. Okay, interesting that the option is still there. Put your ship in dry dock? No. Offer passage to a tomb colonist. What? Wait. Okay, so I don't have this. I guess I'll have to go on some small expedition first, and when I return, this is going to be available. I thought there was an officer available right away whenever I started. Maybe not though. Last time I did inherit the Cladry heir, of course, which is not the case this time around, unfortunately. I was intrigued by her story, but, well, maybe we'll get lucky and encounter her again. I'm gonna guess that's possible. Anyway, we'll pick up the Stoom Colonist, of course. We'll visit the Admiralty. Ask if there's anything particular. Retrieve the information from Gator's Morn in the Corsair's Forest. Aha, okay. So this is different. So that's not always the same. I just happened to get the same one twice in a row. Gator's Morn, the Corsair's Forest. Somewhere not far from home waters. That definitely rings a bell. I might have been there. I guess it should be on the map if so. Right, can't speak to the higher authority quite yet. Yes. Okay. Visit university with a secret. Carouse once we have a free evening. Okay. Officers. Right, mirrors 3, pages 2. Yeah, it's just more bonuses, so there you go. There wasn't really anything to talk to this guy about, but let me just remind myself. He will improve pages, which, you know, I wouldn't mind. Obviously, I wouldn't mind more if any attribute I can get, but yeah, so far I have not been able to acquire these secrets very quickly at all. They've been slow, you know, few and far between. So, yeah, I don't know. He's traveled much, seen all manner of wound and malady, but is there anything left for him to discover? Any place he wishes to go? Yes, the Calonate. They collect corpses. Vast, noble, complicated corpses. Right, Calonate can be found somewhere in the far east of the Untersee. We will see if we ever get there. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know, 5 supplies and 10 fuel. I mean, that's definitely enough for the trip to Vanderbilt and back. So maybe I should hold on to my money for now, just in case, because I'm not entirely sure how much I might need on my return, right, for any officers, primarily. And so, yeah, maybe I'll just go as is. Let's close this, look at the map. Versus point, Vanderbilt. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can go all the way up to it. There obviously wasn't anything north of that other than death. Right. Janati Harbor, Kugel's Bluff. Huh. What was that place? I wanted to visit. Why do I have no memory whatsoever? Oh, right, this place. The quest from the Admiralty. Yeah. Gator's Morn. Maybe that's only been mentioned somewhere and I haven't actually been there. Right, liberate the secret of immortality. Retrieve this strategic information. If I can even just get that for free, and if this only requires going there, I don't even know. I haven't found any strategic information anywhere yet. There was an option to, like, get strategic information or secrets from a spy somewhere. Was that in the Iron Republic, I want to say? But maybe that's a special case because London is kind of at war with them, or I don't know exactly. Anyway, we have 2 reasons to go to Vanderbilt. That's obviously good enough. And we'll see what happens with our tomb colonist this time around. Okay, manual save. Let's go with... Actually, yeah. Let's just name it after the captain, so I don't have to rename the entire save file every time. Okay, still wish I could just hit escape to exit the book, but that's fine. We'll go. Switch off the light. Go full speed ahead and hope for the best. Let's see here. Actually, the Iron Republic... Oh, no, it's right there. Yeah, of course. The Republic is there. And I guess that's the port that's also named Iron Republic. Anyway. Well, first off, we're going to go north. Maybe... I mean, obviously, I have been thinking... I've been traveling relatively far north and south, and obviously things are getting pretty dangerous, especially in the south, but also in the north. Those life perks are obviously, well, very dangerous, as we've seen, as I have learned the hard way. Oh, I didn't get news. Oh, God. Okay, you know what? No, that's exactly the kind of mistake to avoid. Okay, spaces are actually not allowed. I see. I see that now. Right. So don't need to worry about those. Yeah, okay, so we want to visit our lodgings. That's the one. Yes, recent news. There we go. Okay. Sure, I'll save again. There. Yes. Nope. There. Lights off. Full speed ahead. Now, yeah, so, I mean, we've been traveling pretty far north and south. I've just kind of been assuming that that is a safer thing to do than just heading further towards the east, but maybe that's not necessarily the case. I mean, the game just told me that, you know, it's getting more dangerous basically the further I get away from London. Not necessarily that, you know, that it's only in north-south direction, or only in east-western direction. There's Hunter's Keep. Let's send out the Z-Bat every now and then. No islands within the Z-Bat's range. Well, should I visit the sisters? Does that really do anything for me? Actually, it will sate my hunger. So, yeah. Might as well, I suppose. Okay, Hunter's Keep. Maybe this time around we'll present ourselves first. Who knows, maybe it makes a difference. You're acquainted. Continue. Luncheon with... I don't know. With the eldest. Gained 1 terror. Have a tale of terror. That's all for now. Oh, we gained the supplies. And lost the hunger. Oh, nice. Okay. Iron remains unchanged. Not entirely sure why that's listed here. Maybe we could have gained some, or who knows. Right. News? We have recent news. I think I did this the very first time around, but not last time. Some sort of beetle has invaded your morsel of chips biscuit. It waggles its antennae impertinently? Excuse me? What? You'll find a story when you next make port. Oh, cool. Knock and wait. You asked the sulfurite maid to carry a few hints of your news to the sisters. Oddly enough, she comes back with a message that their headaches are cured and you're invited to lunch. Okay. Huh. Well then, have lunch with Lucy again. Lost 2 terror. Gained 1 more supply. Awesome. And now we have the attention of 2 of the gods, for what it's worth. That might not actually be a good thing, but, you know. Right, so we have the port report. Okay. Suppose news is just a way to maybe make another one of them available for lunch, if they're not currently receiving visitors. Well, Z-Bat, so you never know. I mean, yeah, I might have explored a little bit more around here last time. No islands. Oh, well, there's a light over there. Dust, echoes. Into the unknown. Oh. That is... Can we please see what it is? I thought it should display the name. Maybe not. All clear. Let's not take any such risks. Slow down a little bit, perhaps. No islands. What? Oh, yeah, I mean, I can probably do that. Nope. Wanna keep it in range. That I'm not a fan of that. Would you not? Oh, they're totally gonna hit me. That's annoying. And I didn't save at the sisters. Ornaments tag. Is this something new? No. No, it's not. I mean, what I can always do is just scout ahead for interesting stuff, and then if I don't find anything, reload and not waste my time. Or if I do find something, head there in a straight line. I guess that's what I'm gonna do. I didn't think that other ship had noticed me. It's really annoying. But yeah, at this point I'm just gonna stick a bit closer to the coast. Hopefully close enough to actually put it on the map. Although I suppose if I'm... Well, I am going to reload. I'm not going to accept any kind of hull losses or pointless detours. Because I feel like if I want to make any kind of... take any kind of advantage of the... you know, of having save games, save files, you know, I have to avoid taking early losses, because it's just gonna end up spiraling downward. Okay, so there's obviously nothing here. Prick finger wastes. Yeah, okay. Let's load. I'm still gonna visit the sisters, I guess. Yeah. Maybe, yeah, and I've been wondering if maybe I should also change the way that I, you know, that I record to an extent where I, you know, make more cuts perhaps. I'm basically gonna say where I'm planning to go, and you know, I'm gonna just skip the trip there unless we end up encountering something interesting unexpectedly. I suppose this trip is short enough to not really necessitate that, but in the future, like when all I'm planning to do is travel all the way back down to London from Vanderbilt, for example, not planning to take any detours, I'm just gonna avoid all combat as much as possible, and if I can't successfully avoid combat, I'm gonna reload until I can, you know? And rather than include all of that and have every episode be very long but not have much actual progress, I might include some cuts. Anyway, present myself. There we go. Knock and enter. Let's just do the same things again. Okay. Gain supplies. Lost a little bit less hunger than this time around. Again, no iron, so I don't know. It's probably not a chance to gain iron, but why it would be listed, I don't know. Well, let's go with news again. And I felt like we didn't really get a lot out of Lucy, so let's see what Phoebe was all about. So much for doing everything the same way again. Memory of Distant Shores. Okay. So we have a Tale of Terror from the elder sister, and a Memory of Distant Shores from her. Gain more supplies. Lost some terror. Right. Storm's attention. Reconnoiter. Not receiving visitors. Nope. Oh, we didn't. Ah, crap. Last time we got the beetles. Now we don't have them, right? I wasn't paying attention. Salt's attention, Storm's attention. Captain's lost too. Yeah. Would that be here? I guess so. Well, crap. I mean, I don't know if that was a good thing. It definitely was an interesting thing. Well, it's fine. That's what I get for not saving. I just need to get into that habit. Manual save. Now we just go... Well, there was nothing over that way. I guess I'll aim pretty much straight for the next port. Sending out Z-bats occasionally. No islands. Oh no. There are bats though. Get out of here. Leave me alone, you. Terrible, terrible things. No islands. Do we want to go around? Because it doesn't really matter. Huh. There's Vanderbite. I feel like there was something else though. Oh. Well, there's that thing. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Actually, I don't know why you don't always automatically start preparing your firing solution immediately the moment you spot something, the moment something enters your range. There, take that. And now we kind of run away from it. Already. Almost have our next shot ready. Okay. There we go. For knowledge, right? Or for supplies? Let's go with knowledge. Pages challenge, 25 fragments. I don't know, is that worth it? Maybe. Seabats, all clear. No islands. No, I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. Or it could be actually south of London. Or that island never existed in the first place and I'm just making that up. All of those are absolutely possible. Well, we have added a little bit more to the map. A fallen stone. Now and then rocky fragments fall from the roof underneath. The decks of older ships are pocked with scars. The sound is one no landlubber knows and no sailor will ever forget. This one has smashed the glass of a deck binnacle. Ill omen, one sailor cries. The god in the roof. Storm is angry. Do nothing. Storm, one of the three nameless gods of the sea. An absurd superstition. Yeah. Make a sacrifice to avert misfortune. In stories, Storm is the noisiest, angriest, and least reasonable of the sea gods. Better not take chances. Is it just universally bad to have dinner with the sisters and attract the attention of the gods early? And I'm sure it's going to happen eventually. Or there are at least going to be more opportunities to do so. But maybe it's just... I just can't imagine that ever really being helpful. But who knows? Supplies. God, I don't know. Is this gonna... This feels like a thing that could just absolutely screw me. But if I do the wrong thing here, screw me in the long run, and I wouldn't know until something bad happens much later in the run, you know? I feel like we haven't really done anything to anger him. That was just a random event. Gain 5 terror. Okay. Mutters of disapproval. Yeah, well, they want you to offer wine and fish to appease the god. Well, they say that now. They would be speaking differently if we were all literally at each other's throats. You know, completely out of supplies. Just saying, it's happened before. Well, Sodom, you're in charge, and they're not proposing to pay for the wine. Exactly. There, Vanderbite, an absent friend. It's everything I imagined, he tells you breathlessly. Right, so this just happens immediately the moment you dock. But there's something missing. Please, bring her to me. Okay, yeah, this is actually the same as last time. Okay, alright. I kind of prefer the one where I just got $100 or so plus supplies for free. Because I don't even know where Mangrove College is. Look for the shady sort in the Mangrove College somewhere in the south of the Untersee. Well, not in the small part of the south that I've been to, so at least I know where not to look. Oh, also, hold on a sec. Okay, so yeah, we lost our colonist, didn't really get anything out of it. Didn't even get the regular payment that you normally get. Reassure and tell the truth. Okay, so... Uh-oh. Oh no! Please, mouse, not now. Everything's been fine for such a long time. Okay, I don't know if it's fixed itself. I'm sorry. It's, oh. It hasn't fixed itself. Okay, next attempt. In before it immediately goes crazy the moment I start recording again. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so, can't do that quite yet. Find an ancient captain to speak to the unsettled salvager. Right. Let's do that. Terrible bad luck. An assortment of decrepit Z captains gathers around her, compelled by tradition, honor, or boredom. She picks her nails and closes her eyes when at last she speaks. I want to find Lady Black. The captains that can run do, the rest shuffle away as swiftly as they are able. Only one remains behind. And the mouse has once again gone slow. Oh my god. Oh, that sucks. Anyway, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Only one remains behind. Oh, okay. It's fast again. Cool. How long were you down there, he asks. 20 minutes, she replies. The captain puts his hand on her shoulder. Seek the house of Kiel and Polythreme, he says. But if you can't forget her, do. It's possible. He embraces her and departs, bound for Polythreme. Weren't we close to Polythreme at some point? Yeah, actually, I want to say that after I re-emerged from the singularity in the north, I was alerted in the log that I was close to Polythreme. I didn't actually find it, but maybe that actually means that I was somewhere in the roughly in the northeastern quarter, I suppose, of the map. We'll see. Assistant Specialized Collector, right, we need to have a submarine for that. We call for help, same. Dusty glass of wine, not terrified enough. Explore Vanderbite. Oh. Okay, it's just not happening. Or rather, it is happening. It was fine for several days, I swear. The mouse has not acted up at all. And now, of course, when I record, this crap happens again. I know, I should just get a new one, but... Anyway, so last time I thought this happened because of the... Was it the passenger I had on board, or was it an officer? Okay. This is just... maybe it's just a random chance. I think it mentions somewhere that this guy might not always be available. Corkscrewed Street. Yes, come in. Sixth Passage, but that was super expensive because I'd actually need like a very expensive ship kitchen. Right. Recruit. Yeah, the galley. Is that just the name for the kitchen on board a ship? Probably. Recruit him as a cook. Yeah, well, 300 echoes. About 10 times as expensive as any other officer I've seen so far, but needless to say, I'm intrigued by this. But oh well. Sample Today Special. Okay, we can do that. Oh, it's 60 echoes though. Could this possibly be worth it? Surely this is gonna do more for me than just reduce terror by 5. But then I'm gonna have no money for recruiting any officers when I'm back in London. There's no way. This is usually a more effective way of reducing terror than purchasing a dusty glass of wine. Okay, so we'll also reduce hunger. Hunger is not really a problem. Terror isn't really a problem. I mean, you need to have at least 5, it says. But surely this will reduce more than 5. 5 terror is not a whole lot. For 60? I'm expecting more than that. I'm gonna pass. That's just too much money compared to what little I have. Otherwise, I'd be interested in. I mean, I can always do this. Again, I need to get into this habit more. I'm gonna say that right now we're in good shape. Didn't lose anything, right? Hull intact. I mean, yeah. Went here in a pretty straight line, so I couldn't really have gotten here in any better shape than I currently am. So, just to see what this is all about. It was really just... Yeah, well, lost the hunger, lost 2 terror. Only 2 for 60? Oh, I was unlucky. Oh. Good, but you eat with gusto and leave with relief. But that night you dream of the writhing river. That watercourse where parabola flax grows and nightmares spawn. Perhaps the vengeance of Jonah has been purchasing the spices from behind mirrors again. Whatever that means. Huh. Okay, unlucky. Watch the fall of a card. What? I mean, yeah. Thanks, but no thanks, I guess. The annoying part is that reloading always takes a little while. No, not that long, honestly. Okay, so... And does it say, yeah? Okay, a 60% chance of success, 60% chance of success. Let's try that again. Okay, I was fortunate. In which case, it still costs as much, of course. I did lose 5 terror. Okay, it's really only 5. The Banished Poissonnier, owner of the Vengeance of Jonah, has identified 7 flavors which are pleasant, 7 which are unpleasant, and 7 which are neither. The flavors of this meal are chiefly of the first kind. Good. But still, too much money for too little gain, I think. But it's good to know this is technically an option, I guess. Anyway, perhaps not. So what else can we do here? Dusty glass of wine, right? Which is only 50 echoes. But I guess it's not a chance, but it's a guaranteed to reduce some terror. But you need to be pretty terrified to take this option, I suppose. Visit the first curator, right, to get the color quest. This one seems to always be the same. Listen to the request, continue, ask about the sanatorium, because why not? Accept the commission. I don't see how this would hurt me, just being on the quest. Gather gossip. Port report. Okay, that's it, right? Can't get any recent news here. So we'll save that again. Yes. And depart for whither? Maybe, well, there definitely wasn't anything here. I'm pretty sure I saw the coast for most of that trip, so I'm just gonna maybe go on a bit of an arc around here just to see if maybe there's something to discover. So yeah, I'm basically gonna start going straight in this direction. Because obviously if we could pick up another port report on the way, that would be quite valuable. Also, this direction seems even better now, seeing as there's a freaking bat swarm in the way, and there's another one right there. Awesome. Can's Abyss. Okay. Maybe by going in straight lines from place to place, well, I haven't really been doing that very strictly, but just theoretically speaking, that might have the disadvantage of discovering less Z marks, I guess, and thus less fragments. There's the iceberg. Lifeberg, I mean. Boreal Reach. Let's slow down a little bit. Maybe actually not seeing how the Lifeberg is approaching there. In some what codex is some distance to the north? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I definitely haven't seen that, and that's clearly within our reach. Okay. There might be something more. Oh, well, yes, okay. So it's gonna put the same place on the map, even if you've already marked it. It's kind of unfortunate, but okay. Actually, it's right here, isn't it? Yes? Maybe? It looked further away on the map, but I guess not. Doc, actually. Doc. There we go. Codex. An Isle of Answers. Really? That would be a nice change of pace, perhaps. The Isle of Codex. A desperate cave full of mute exiles and an inexplicable colony of shivering, bad-tempered monkeys. Is anything really inexplicable? I mean, I suppose many things are, but if everything's inexplicable, it kind of loses its, I don't know, uniqueness down here. Agreed to a damned request. Seeing your ship, a drowny approaches with purpose. After a soggy exchange, it seems he seeks passage in the, to the undersea spire of Scrimshander. But, undersea spire of Scrimshander. I see. Monastic drowny. I mean, we've only encountered drownies so far when they have been circling our ship and terrifying the crew and threatening to actually, I don't know, attack and climb on board and eat us all or something. So apparently they can be friendly. Interesting. But yeah. No submarine, unfortunately. Acquire a doomed monster hunter. This one has waited all her life for a single answer. Give her that answer and she will be ready to lay low her life. Lay down her life. Unfortunately, we need a searing enigma for that. Well, not much to do here, is there? Some exiles see many come... What? I can't read today. Silently forthright. The exiles see many come, fewer leave. Some are even willing to communicate, but their gestures are unfamiliar, the meanings unclear. Even when you can understand, these are answers without questions, as useless as a key without a lock. Huh, okay. Of course. But we have the port report, so there's that. Do they have any shops here? Yes. As expected, things are expensive. No ships. Okay, well, that was not particularly eventful, but we got here safely. So I guess it's worth a save. Avoided any run-ins with lifebergs and bats, which is amazing. And Wither... Oop, don't crash into that. And Wither is not that far away. Okay, now that we've been here, let's see if the Z-Bat detects anything else. No. Kind of what I expected. Also, last time I was in Wither, I'm not entirely sure if I just missed it or if the option still actually wasn't there that I saw the very first time around. About that temple, or... Yeah, I guess it must have been some sort of temple, right? Worshipping the three gods of the Undersea? Undersea? The House of the Question. Yeah, no, that's... I think that's the one. Maybe I just didn't click on it because I was so preoccupied with other things, like my ship being completely broken and things like that. Anyway, explore town. Gather intelligence. Oh, this should give me... Ah, okay. So, also, a habit to get into. If I'm in good shape, just save immediately before I even do anything, just in case there is something chance-related, right? And then just save scum the heck out of any such events, like... Oh, explore town? Yes. Wither is quiet, shining town of grey stone. Holy... What now? This is new. Okay, I was expecting to find the guys gambling. Not that I would have... maybe I would have been able to bet more than just the minimum wager. But, well, this time around, there's something else. Who'll try, who'll buy? An intriguing smell. A street vendor turns skewers on a grill. The mixed scents are nothing like anything sold in London. Try the grilled troglodyte prawns. Huge and pale, and their eyes stare bleakly into yours. But they smell fresh. That's good. Try the shredded jellyfish. It's not to everyone's taste. Tough challenge. 31% chance of success. Try something mysterious. What exactly is Tyrant's treat? The vendor is vague. It looks something like a charred stick dripping with bluish fluid. Huh. I mean, surely the higher the... Or, you know, the higher the risk or the lower the chance of success, the better the outcome must be, right? Do you have anything more robust for menaces unaccountably packaged? Oh, okay, when you've already succumbed to cannibalism. The vendor winks and produces a usefully anonymous skewer of meat. Yikes. I mean, I'm gonna try this. Failed in a challenge. Gain terror. Gained hunger. What? You follow the vendor's advice, holding your nose as you swallow, but the smell, something like rotting fruit, still makes you gag. The stick is leathery, the blue stuff is rubbery as drying mucus. You fail to keep it down and disgrace your captaincy there on the street. Wonderful. Perfect. Oh, that's... Oh, Mutton Island. What? Oh, it's there. Thanks for the map, game. Interesting. I can only assume that that part of the map never changes, or... Huh. Okay. Mutton Island's just northeast of the Cumian Canal, huh? Explore town? This is gonna be the same thing? Looks like it. Same chance of success. I mean... Do I just keep trying? Failed. Okay. I guess so, just because I'm curious to see if the unlikely positive outcome is actually gonna be useful. I mean, it doesn't cost anything, which is unusual enough. Explore, continue, go, failed, of course. I mean, 15% chance is not a whole lot. Needless to say. Continue, mysterious. Succeeded! Hey, okay, that didn't take very long. Tyrant moth antennae. You know how to deal with these. You break it into fragments and swallow the dripping fragments each in a gulp, exhaling briskly to savor the vapors afterwards. It's a complex rather than pleasant flavor, but its tonic effects are marvelous. Oh, wow. Okay. So permanently gained iron, hearts, and mirrors. Gain 30 fragments to... Okay, yep. So the difference between success and failure is definitely immense. And yeah, I mean, it feels really scummy, though. I mean, it's literally safe scumming, but it almost feels like that's necessary to have any kind of hope at success in this game. I mean, obviously, if you're playing the way it's quote-unquote meant to be played, then you literally cannot do this. So in this case, I'm not sure if I should have taken any of either of these options, because, you know, even the 30% chance of success is, you know, not very good. Now, I'm totally going to accept this rather than try to find out what the other one would have given me, because, you know, I can't really complain about this. The higher the quality, the... No, what did it say? Okay, whatever. Anyway, yeah, this, you know, I'll take it. This is definitely one of the best things that has happened to me yet, and yeah, well, makes sense. It was only a 15% chance of happening. Wither. Gather intelligence. Right. We don't have the port report yet. Now we do. Shore leave and wither. Very modest challenge. 75% chance success. Costs 50 echoes, though. Why? Okay, just... I'm gonna try it. It has a good enough chance to succeed. And it failed. Yeah, well, that's obviously not worth it. No, wait, it didn't actually cost me any echoes, though, because it didn't succeed. I lost terror. I lost one crew. Okay, and I suppose that answers the question. I really did only have 10, despite technically having 11. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay. Reload. Suppose if I've started save scumming once, I might as well just go all in. I mean, again, that's kind of the only way that makes sense anyway. Gather intelligence, sure. Try this. Failed again? Wow, okay. I guess I used up all of my luck earlier. Also in before I accidentally saved instead of loading. It's probably gonna happen eventually. God, now that I said it. Nope, it's not gonna happen, of course not. Come on. Succeeded. For 50, though. Wait. Your crew follow your example faithfully. One drinks a little too much pale withern beer and has to be fished from the harbor, but they spend a relatively decorous night gambling for salt and bone and return refreshed. So I lost the same amount of terror. I didn't lose a crew member, I suppose. That's the positive part. But otherwise, for 50 echoes? That's crazy. We're not that desperate yet. Although, I might be underestimating how difficult it is to get rid of terror build-up in the long run. But right now, I feel like what little money I have is more valuable to me. Okay, let's not forget doing this. Perhaps not. And that's the only thing left to do, right? Yeah. Okay, so just instead of the gambling, this time around we got the questionable street food. House of the Question. Yes. Northwest of Wither Town, the House of the Question stands alone. Here, the initiates of the house make offerings to the 3 gods of the deep sea, and perhaps a 4th who is not a god. It's the one place in Wither where you can sometimes get a straight answer for a price. Gaining the attention of a god is useful chiefly for lifting curses. Okay, right. Gain Stone's attention. I mean, we already have... Or is Stone the one whose attention we don't have? I guess it would probably offer me options to gain each of their attention. But it's only offering Stones because that's the sister we haven't had dinner with. This also costs 10 and a fuel and whatever a Watchful Curio is, which we might also want to use for something else if we had one. Ask about the Drowned Man for 100 echoes. Wow. The initiates of the house are reluctant to speak of him, but you may be able to bribe them enough to gain a few tenuous snippets. Defy the gods, right. This will increase your iron and hearts by 5 each, up to 110. And set your terror to 0, but you will never be able to remove any god's curse or benefit in certain other ways. I mean, technically, if I'm just safe-scumming, not being able to lift curses might not be a problem, because I should be able to just avoid being cursed in the first place, right? Just never get cursed. But other ways, benefit in other ways. Yeah, I mean, I feel like having a god's attention should have some sort of potential benefit, right? Even if it's a relatively, I don't know, cruel god, cruel deity. Like Storm, I guess. Or was it Salt? Salt? Storm? Whichever the cruel one was. Anyway, I think Salt was the relatively benign one, right? Storm was the cruel one, and Stone is the one that's relatively bright, god of home and healing. Or maybe Stone was the nice one. And Salt is the kind of the neutral one? I don't know. So, I mean, I'm kind of tempted to try this. Because, you know, free hearts and iron, that's definitely useful. The question is it really free, though, right? I mean, obviously it has a cost. I just don't have the experience to be able to really quantify how much of a cost that is in the long run. If it's really going to affect me personally, or if I would be absolutely fine. I'm leaning towards I might be fine. I mean, again, if you only have one life, you might not want to take this risk. But since that is not the case for me, I'm just gonna, you know, screw it. I'm gonna be more like I am in real life and basically defy any supernatural powers. Spit on the floor, curse the priests, overturn an altar. I mean, I don't know if I would be that drastic. I mean, obviously I wouldn't in real life, but... well, this will increase your iron. Yes, it's done. Your crew are cheered by your courageous impiety. They have their superstitions, but a captain who blackens the eye of the gods themselves is a captain of verve and vigor. Exactly. Later, though, when the night draws in, they whisper and make the signs against evil. Quality has gone, though. Okay. We have unprecedentedly high stats. I mean, I like that. That alone is nice. You are defiant. The gods of the sea defiant. You don't care for gods, real or imagined. You'll make your own way. This does not protect you from the curses of the sea gods. No, of course not, because they are still very real. But, you know, who cares? I can still gain Stone's attention for what it's worth. Okay, right, obviously I cannot just do this again. That would be convenient. Just defy them a little bit more. Overturn a few more altars for more free stat increases. No such luck. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna live with this decision, perhaps. I'm gonna maybe just do a second save. Not that I doubt my decision in the slightest. I'm absolutely gonna stand by it. Probably, maybe. But, you know, you never know. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, Mutton Island must be right here. I must have been super close to it. Or was it here? No, I think it's actually right here. Okay. Well, for now though. Okay, let me actually take a look at the timer. Oh wow, over an hour. It didn't feel that long. I guess I've been doing the thing where I talk a lot again. Oh well. Okay, we found a new place though, and we've managed to get up here in completely unprecedentedly good shape. I've also made some mistakes perhaps along the way, so yeah, I didn't hire an officer, although I guess that wasn't an option. I don't know, maybe having a full crew really is a good thing in the long run, and it was cheaper than buying them individually. So yeah, we have decent stats. I mean, yeah, I did defy the gods, but surely that's not going to come back to bite me whatsoever. Yeah, well, I suppose, maybe what I'm going to do is just make my way back down to London off camera, avoiding any conflict. I suppose if some sort of event happens that seems interesting enough, I'm either gonna record it or yeah, I suppose if it's interesting enough, I am gonna record it. But if not, I'm just gonna make my way to London and we'll resume from there, just to save a little bit of time. And next up, we're just gonna start exploring or revisiting some of the southern places. I mean, oh god, I guess I could actually just look at my most recent video and remind myself that way what was required to partake of the red honey, because apparently that's what I need to do, right? Or I don't know, maybe I can just ask around there actually and maybe bribe someone, for which I would probably want to have a little bit more money than I currently do before I head down to the Isle of Cats. But yeah, anyway, I mean, yeah, that probably makes the most sense though, to revisit the places toward the south before heading into completely unknown waters, and maybe I'll actually make a profit this time around. We'll see. For the time being, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye bye.